is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
What was that?
Wendy versus Wendy.
Honestly, it sounded the same to me.
I can't win. Okay.
It sounded like Wendy. On today's episode, we're discussing... Are we going to fight? I can't be mad and have more than one person mad at me.
No, but who's mad? Nobody's mad. Nobody's mad.
On today's episode, we are discussing My Secret Valentine, which originally premiered on the Hallmark Channel in February 2018. Is currently available to stream on Hallmark Plus. It is part of a lineup of Valentine movies we are doing this month, February, on Girls Gone Hallmark. Should we do a quick rundown of the Valentine lineup for the listeners?
Yeah, the Vintage Valentine lineup.
Yeah, you like that?
I loved it.
Thank you. So, of course, this week is My Secret Valentine. Next week, on February 12th, is All Things Valentine, followed by a Valentine's Match on February 19th, rounding it out with The Secret Ingredient on February 26th. So, we have 4 Valentine movies this month for you. Throwback. Good news is these are re-airing on Hallmark. I was actually going to run through and do a quick reshare on Instagram, so check that out of the dates when those movies are airing so you can set your DVRs. So you should be following us, Girls Gone Hallmark.
On Instagram.
Yeah.
Hey, we have a Facebook group. You know what? We picked these movies alone, right? We didn't ask the Facebook community.
No. However, we picked them from a Valentine's Day post we have on Girls Gone Hallmark.
Yeah, that's right.
And the movies in that post were sourced from the Facebook group. So
Gotcha.
Indirectly, this came from the Facebook group.
Got it. Well, hey, if you want to join our Facebook group, it's called Girls Gone Hallmark in Facebook groups. We would love to have you over there.
We really would. This movie is called My Secret Valentine, and I'd love to hear a synopsis.
A young woman takes advice from the chalkboard notes that her mysterious house rental tenant leaves when a slick sales rep arrives with plans to buy her family's prized winery.
My Secret Valentine was directed by Bradley Walsh. Bradley currently has 52 directing credits, which include favorites like 'Twas the Date Before Christmas and Catch Me If You Claus.
Carrie Friedel wrote the script. This was her first writing credit and has gone on to write only one more Hallmark project called Winter Love Story from 2019, as well as the 2021 Netflix original movie Afterlife of the Party.
That sounds like something we might like.
It had somebody in it. I want to say Victoria Justice.
Oh,
Wait, that's not her name. Is that her name?
have I seen that movie, Afterlife of the Party?
Who's in it?
Victoria Justice.
Wow.
A young female party planner unfortunately dies. Now she must assist a specific selection of people who were in her life in order to move herself to the above.
Should we review that?
Watch that movie.
Should we review that?
Y'all, do you want us? I think I might watch it, whether we review it or not. So that sounds fun.
Okay. All right.
Lacey Chabert stars as Chloe. We recently saw Lacey in Lost in Paradise. It was reported that Holiday Ever After, a Disney wish come true, just recently wrapped. This movie was her 12th Hallmark movie.
Andrew Walker stars as Seth. Andrew was really busy in 2025 with 5 Hallmark movies. It was just announced that he will star in the forthcoming Kentucky Roses, a Kentucky Derby-inspired movie for May. Question for you. I looked on the IMDb because it's there and his name is attached to the project with a whole bunch of other people, but no lead actress.
Not yet.
I mean, I'm sure.
Come on. Of course there's going to be a love story.
I know, but I'm like, is it a big surprise? Like, who is it?
Yeah, I don't know.
And why aren't they promoting it together?
Good question.
You know who I would love for it to be? One Ashley Williams.
Oh, gosh, that would be amazing.
Those two have some real nice chemistry that I like.
Kapow, kapow chemistry, if you will.
Yeah.
Peter McNeil plays Chloe's dad, Truman. To date, Peter has 215 acting credits, including over 45 episodes of Good Witch in the role of George, he recently appeared in the 2025 theatrical release of Frankenstein.
Tara Yelland appears as Leanne. She has appeared in several Hallmark movies, such as We Met in December and, well as Good Witch.
Cindy Sampson plays Seth's boss, Taylor. With a fairly small role in this, Cindy ended up landing the lead role as Angie in 60 episodes of Private Eyes. She's most recently appeared in Sullivan's Crossing and is currently in pre-production of the reboot Private Eyes West Coast. Let's take a quick break, and we're going to come right back with our first impressions. Before we get to our first impressions, a little programming note, just a little how the sausage gets made. Last night, my friend said to me, I have a question. How come podcasters say, we're going to take a quick break and we'll come right back? And then their music plays, and then their music plays, and they come back, and there's nothing there. And I said, that's called fill rate, my friend. That's an ad spot that didn't get filled. And because it is currently January, which is the absolute floor for advertising, there are a lot of unfilled ad spots. She heard that happen on the West Wing Weekly, which honestly made me feel pretty good because she was like, I know you guys do it and I wasn't sure why. And then I heard them do it and she was like, it must be a thing. So that's why. And ads, as we've discussed before, are dynamically filled, means what you hear and what I hear will be different based on location and when you're listening. And if you listen to the same episode 6 months apart, you're going to get different ads.
Yeah.
So I just thought I would share that little tidbit.
I remember listening to a podcast that I would regularly, and I was always so excited when they didn't have like ad break. Like there was an ad break, but no actual ads, and I was like, "Yeah, we're right back into it." So I wonder if our listeners are
sure they're like, I don't have to skip this 30 seconds here.
Yeah.
Well, now, Wendy, I'd love to hear your first impression of My Secret Valentine.
Well, earlier I was like, I'm not mad. I am actually mad. Who picked this movie?
You're not mad at me.
I'm mad at whoever picked this movie. I don't know if it was me or you or what.
Wow. My first impression is this movie should have been a fall movie.
Agree. Yeah.
This movie looks more like fall than any fall movie we've ever seen on Hallmark. I'll talk about it in a little bit.
You're right, because it's supposed to be Oregon, right? In February?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did like some things. What about you?
A few things.
Mm-hmm.
There were a few things. My favorite thing happened at almost close to the top of the movie. The stress snacking at the convenience store. They're both looking for something to chomp on. Very relatable. And if the whole movie was like that, I would have loved this movie.
The sweet, fun banter parts of it.
Exactly. If it was that tone for an hour and 20 minutes, I would have been all in.
Tone was rough. Okay. I think Lacey and Andrew are really good together. Don't worry, I have lots of things to say about the character of Chloe. But I do think the two of them, comparing this to She's Making a List, I liked the two of them more in this movie.
My brain just went, I forgot that they were in Making a List together. I forgot that we just watched a movie with these two in it.
Because it was fine.
I liked that movie.
I liked the movie, but I did not think I thought they had real like brotherly chemistry.
Kind of the same here too, right?
I thought it was better. Their kiss at the end was much more that Andrew Walker vibe for me. Mm-hmm. I think the two of them, they're both good at what they do. They're both real natural on camera. I thought Lacey was very smiley in this movie.
I didn't notice.
Like she looked like she was having a good time.
She's an actor.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I can pretend to look like I'm having a good time too.
Is that what you do every single time you sit at this kitchen table?
No, stop. You can hear it in my voice. I'm having a good time.
Maybe you're an actress.
Far from it, babe.
Look, here's my thoughts. I know you hated this movie. I didn't hate this movie. I actually thought it was fine. I thought it was very 2018. I thought the reason why when we announced this lineup, everyone's like, oh, a lot of these movies I watch every year. And I think the reason why people might have had affection for this movie is 2018, this might have been what Hallmark was doing. This might have been the top of Hallmark's game. You got two of their best in the production value is not bad. Like the scenery is real nice. It looks like it is on an actual winery
Property, yeah.
Yes, they used they're in the vineyards. It felt authentic. Like a lot of that was working for me, and it's very formulaic and tropey, so we'll get into all of that, but I did not hate this movie. I did, however, fall asleep about 17 times. I was also watching it at 11:30 p.m. That's past Mama's bedtime.
I watched it while folding laundry.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah. I do have some other things I liked.
Okay.
I wasn't drawn to, but appreciated the father-daughter relationship. I thought it felt believable.
It's because Peter McNeil is so good.
Right. And also maybe it's just the stage I am at life where like I have parents who are considering retiring from things and like, like this dad and daughter obviously like love each other. They have experienced this grief because, his wife, her mom has passed, and the dad is ready to like, sunset this career that he's had. Can you blame him? His daughter is living somewhere else and has a full-on career somewhere else.
Yes.
Maybe he's like, she doesn't want to do the winery. She doesn't want to do this.
All signs point to that she doesn't want to do this.
Exactly. But, could it have been solved with a little bit of communication? Yes. Does the father owe her daughter that? No. Like my dad has a family business that he's leaving soon. Mm-hmm. He doesn't come to me and say, hey, do you want to take it over? Because I got my own life.
Right. That's yours to sell, yours to move on from.
Exactly.
I liked their relationship. I thought he should have been given a little bit more grace in terms of the decision making of his own future planning. Mm-hmm. But the character played by Peter McNeil, I think Peter McNeil always grounds the movies that he's in, plays these really believable father figures in a lot of different elements.
Yeah.
This movie is obviously a You've Got Mail, which I'm aware is also a remake of Shop Around the Corner. Fortunately for the Hallmark people, I'm a fan of You've Got Mail. But when we get into this and like, it's almost like scene by scene remakes in some ways.
Oh, really?
The scene where they're supposed to meet at the restaurant and Seth shows up, realizes who Chloe is. He's in the know. She doesn't. He kind of that's very much straight out of You've Got Mail. The very end where her line is, I was really hoping it was you all along. Meg Ryan says to Tom Hanks, I was hoping it would be you. There these moments, they're business rivals. It's I like that story, but it has been told before. That's not a wish. I don't know why it's here. Did you laugh out loud when Andrew Walker did his Texas oil baron impression?
No.
Oh.
I don't actually even remember it.
She's trying to sell wine to that fancy restaurant who's always shined around before.
Oh, yes.
And he comes in and he's like, this is the only wine I'll drink. Me and my real rich oil friends.
That was, okay.
Forgive my accent.
I didn't LOL, but yes, I do remember it now. And it was kind of funny. There was a scene towards the end where Chloe confronts Seth. Her dad had explained like, why didn't you tell me I signed the contracts this morning? No. And then like Seth comes up and he's like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm going to talk a little bit more about that scene in my wishes. But what I liked in particular about that scene is Chloe kind of like unleashes on him and she's literally, her eyes are all welled up. Like I was like, she handled like the emotional beat of that scene really well. Like it was super believable to me.
Nice. I have one small and that is I really appreciate that they read their chalkboard notes out loud because we are in a day and age of text messages on screen and those are handled in a variety of different ways. And if you don't have them being read out loud or put in very large letters on the screen, I got no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to pause and walk up to my television to read them and I don't like that experience.
I have a thought about the chalkboard. I'm going to talk about it and to see that.
Okay. Anything else you like? Let's talk wishes. I simply do not believe that they could go all of this time without realizing who is staying in the cottage. The end. It's on their property. Where does she think he's staying?
You're right. The handyman mystery is not a mystery.
No.
I was truly baffled. I'm watching this. I'm like, what am I missing? Like, they don't know who they're... Yes. What? And the way like this movie handled like the intrigue of it all was like Scooby-Doo level to me. Like it was not a mystery.
No. And they like go on their Bobo VRBO site and they're like trying to source. They're like, well, look, here's our photo and here's his sunset photo and he uses this crypt. What are we doing? It's on their property. There is absolutely no chance she doesn't know who's staying there.
Excuse me, she's going into the home while there is a tenant there.
Repeatedly.
You can't do that.
Well, he had called to ask for repairs.
Fine. Okay, fine.
That's.
But at one point she comes in and she's like, hello, you're not here. I'm entering your, I don't know. It was just weird. How do you not know? You don't see the guy come and go at all?
I thought it was weird that she kept going back because I understand like he called, this didn't track for me. He apparently called for repairs and Chloe's like, oh, I'll go do it. Not Leanne. Mm-hmm. So Chloe goes over there, has that scene that you mentioned, kind of repairs. She leaves like a toolbox behind, but then she continues to go back under the guise of fixing things. All the while, the handyman's also fixing things. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why she needed to continue to return to this home.
Me neither. That aside, this movie was so slow to me. Did it feel slow to you?
Yeah, because there's lots of like tinkering shots of him fixing things and pouring wine and watching each other out the window.
Yeah.
Give me some snappy dialogue, please.
I was thinking the entire time, I was like, I am so glad that in 2026, Hallmark has kind of moved away from this kind of movie. I mean, of course, we have movies with heavy tropes and like, et cetera, but this kind of like painfully slow.
Yeah, they're doing it better.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm unwilling to accept some slowed down storytelling because we just reviewed The Magic of Ordinary Days.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed the pacing of that. I thought the pacing of that made a lot of sense. But this did feel slow. I also thought there was some tropey nonsense with Chloe being so unnecessarily mean to Seth, who was just there to do his job. And not only that, he takes the note. She says to him, we take this seriously.
Yeah.
Like, we're not just a business. This is who we are. Seth gets his hands dirty. He learns every element of the business. He studies the wine. He's pulling leaves, so I don't really fully understand what they're doing.
I think they're pruning.
Great.
Okay.
Not a gardener. She just continued to dig and dig and dig at him. And I didn't think it was deserved. Mm-hmm. And if you do a throwback to You've Got Mail, the whole like Joe Fox, Kathleen Kelly of it all, Joe Fox is kind of mean to her. Joe Fox does put her out of business. Joe Fox does this whole, just call me Joe, and like keeps, whatever. He and his dad and his grandfather are like the absolute worst. They like would have been like the ultimate, especially the dad and the grandfather would have been like Me Too'd into oblivion. Mm-hmm. When she's kind of mean to him, he deserves it. I didn't really feel like Seth deserved it. Like, he showed up here to do a job. He did it well. He gave their business the respect that it deserved. He offered them a fair deal and was invited there by her father, wasn't an uninvited guest, wasn't trying to railroad them into something that the actual owner of the business didn't want.
Her anger was misdirected. She should have been mad at her dad, but honestly, not mad at her dad.
She was mad at herself. She's
True.
like, I've done all of this work, and what do I have to show for it? And then she's like, well, instead of looking internally and figuring out how I can make that better, I'm just going to unload on all of these people who do not deserve my anger.
Right. Exactly. One of my wishes is I wish she had apologized. She misjudged him time and time again, and then ends up getting the guy anyway at the end. The one thing I hate about older Hallmark movies is just, I hate the formula. These are the types of movies that made me a hater.
Look, we have said it time and time and time again. The enemies to lovers is so hard to do well because you do not have the time in which to make me believe that you have made the turn from enemies to lovers. It's done better in books typically because there's time.
Yeah, exactly.
In an hour and 20 minutes, you don't have the time. It's not earned at the end of this movie. When she's like, I was hoping it would be really in between what?
Yeah.
Like snipping at him and blaming him for what's happening to the business. No.
In Chloe's defense, I would have, if I put myself in Chloe's character, the character of Chloe, I would not have trusted Seth either, because I didn't know, like, are you truly like catching feelings for me? Or are you just a motivated salesman playing the long game here?
Sure.
Like, you don't know, right?
Yeah, trying to bring me over to the good side.
Yeah, it's almost impossible. Like, I'm like not rooting for anybody in this movie. And that makes the movie watching experience not fun for me.
Are you ready for Did You See That?
Sure.
Well, I said it in my first impression. When Chloe pulled up to the winery for the first time, my first thought was, it looks like fall. And it was. This was filmed in October and November 2017. And throughout the movie, there are, this is rural Oregon that it takes place. There are, I don't think it was filmed in Oregon. I'm sure it was filmed in Canada. But there are glimpses of these trees that are changing colors. It looked like fall. It's clearly cold while they're filming it. It's windy. I mean, I guess February is cold. But also, thank you to IMDb for pointing out that the vines would neither have been in leaf or fruiting in February. When this is
really?
happening. The grape harvest is late summer through fall.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, and they don't start leafing until spring.
That's why I'm like, you guys, do some due diligence when you're making these movies.
Why did this need to be a Valentine movie? What part of it, other than calling it My Secret Valentine, needed to be a Valentine movie? None of it.
None of it. None of it. I want to touch on the chalkboard writing.
Oh, please.
Not his. His was typical dude block lettering.
Yeah.
Hers was like a cursive.
Yeah.
It was so sloppy to me that I could, like, it's not easy to like write on a board. Former teacher, I'm looking at one who
We have whiteboards.
Okay, but still.
No,
and were you writing cursive? I can't remember what grade you were
not teaching middle school, no.
It was just so sloppy. Talk about like having to pause and read it because I couldn't read what it said. Sloppy.
Do you think she was doing it?
I don't know. I'm sorry, Lacey Chabert, if that's your penmanship.
PA.
Maybe. But I thought I remember seeing her.
I know. They definitely showed her. I just don't, like, in the act of writing, I just don't know if the end result was hers.
Yeah, I don't know. The other, did you see that, goes to my favorite scene when they meet in the convenience store and they're talking about like popcorn and chocolate. They are not wrong here. Hot, salty popcorn with any version of an M&M is an elite snack experience.
Peanut butter M&Ms.
But the way that they're like making it out is like a cold bagged popcorn and like a Hershey bar. Like, I mean, you might get the same result, but like.
No, you need that hot, salty meltiness.
Yes.
There is a creator on TikTok. She was someone who was doing loaded waters for a while, so you may have seen her. She did loaded popcorn the other day. She took a bag of microwave popcorn, and after it popped, she's added butter because she was like, it needs more butter. She added flaky sea salt, and then she put granola in it that had like little chocolate
Is this
chunks.
Lauren who had the lower bluff?
Oh, did she have the lower bluff? Did she have a baby like
A year ago when she was doing the loaded waters.
Yeah.
That's her.
Oh, she had a lower bluff.
Yeah,
Does it
with
look great.
Lots of complications.
Oh.
She talked about it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Lauren
know
Hoffman?
that.
Is it Lauren Hoffman?
Maybe
on TikTok?
For anyone following, it's Lauren Hoffman 0 on TikTok, and yep, here's her loaded popcorn video. I recommend it.
Yeah.
It sounded really good because I have
Popcorn
like
and granola?
Doesn't that sound good? Like a little bit. And the granola I have has like dark chocolate chunks in it. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm doing that. That sounds amazing.
It does sound, and it kind of tricks my brain into thinking I'm eating like a healthier snack.
Well, popcorn has fiber in it. Anywhere did you see that?
Yeah, a couple. They have that. It is a cute scene. It's the wine festival competition where she's like, it's like a wine tasting competition. But excuse me, like she wins. She works for a wine, or she doesn't work for a winery, but she's from the winery cloth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't think she should have been eligible to win.
I just felt like the purpose of this scene is to only show like some sort of like chemistry.
Yeah,
between
them being cute together.
Yeah, exactly.
Should have like bobbed for apples.
Oh, could you even imagine Lacey Chabert coming up, wet face and hair, bobbing for apples?
All right, something else. A donut on a string eating competition.
Okay. All right. My other did you see that is back to that scene where I thought Lacey was really good as Chloe with like the tears in her eyes. And this is when the contracts were signed and Seth like comes in. He's like, this is going to be great for everyone. I'm like, read the room, dude. How are you not? Chloe is upset about it. Like, you know, I went on a real journey yesterday while recording our Patreon episode about like,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
sense the tone, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so this was the perfect example of it.
Y'all, if you want to hear stuff we will never share over on a public feed, you should join our Patreon right now. Patreon.com/Megan and Wendy. The tea has been spilled. Let's rate this movie.
I gave it 2.5 stars.
Me too.
Oh, look at that. So it's so funny. We have the same rating, but I hated it more.
Well, and I got real fired up in my wishes section. So, hopefully the rest of the month is...
What's the next movie?
I don't know. Valentine something?
Tell me who's in it.
The next movie is All Things Valentine, and it is Sam Page and the redhead from Suits, Donna from Suits. I can't think of her name.
I can't clock the actress, but I like Sam Page.
All Things Valentine, coming next week to Girls Cut Hallmark.
Oh, I hope it's better.
We'll be back next time with more Hallmark reviews. Thanks for listening to Girls Gone Hallmark. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.